Okay, yogis, settle down onto your mats, please. Cross-legged, Vajrasan, whatever works for you. When you sit, just see if you can feel your weight on your sit bones. Then draw your spine tall from your pelvis. Relax your shoulders. And just use these few seconds to disconnect from the rest of the day. Get into your breath. Just take it one inhale, one exhale at a time. If you notice, you can't ever rush your breath. Your body takes in exactly the amount of air it needs. If you're doing something strenuous or intense, your breathing will accelerate. But the beauty of yoga is it teaches you to calm yourself down by using your breath. So it's really fantastic. Because you slow down your breath, you trick your body into believing all is well. Coming back to the here and the now, the practice for today is intensity. What exactly is intensity? It's basically when you feel you can't take something anymore. So it's like an unpleasant experience, or sometimes even a very pleasant experience. It just gets extremely intense. So you feel you're at your limit about how much you can handle the stress, the emotional stress. And very often it's just a question of coming back to your breath. And today's practice is something like this. Sorry, I keep yawning the first few minutes. I don't know why. It's a psychological thing. We have practiced yin together where you just hold a nice quiet pose for 3-4 minutes. Today I'm going to use that yin principle but put it onto our intense standing poses. Now usually our intense standing poses or other poses we hold just for 20 seconds, sometimes 30. Today we're going to hold them at least for a minute. And this is my general request to all of you. Yeah, holding a warrior 2 or a warrior 1 for 1 minute can get intense for some people. So what I would request you to do is stay present. If you feel it's too much, if you feel it's just too intense, feel free to move out of it. So if you're in warrior 2, straighten out your front knee. If you're in warrior 1, straighten out your front knee. If you're in a balance, pop out of your balance, see if you can pop back in. So the idea is experience that intensity to the amount you can without letting your ego get in. So you're holding that intensity till you can hold that intensity. So it's being true to yourself. And also when you feel like giving up, see if you can go back to your breath to handle that intensity better. Remind yourself, this too shall pass. And that's why I have my phone with me. Usually I don't keep the phone around, but today I'll need it for the timer. All right, let's start. Easily enough, the usual stretches. Inhale, arms up, reach up, and see if you can take your arms slightly further behind than your ears, but keep reaching up even more. Push down with your hips. Slowly release. Interlace your fingers behind you, squeeze your shoulder blades, extend your elbows and hard up, maybe chin up. So arch your back as much as you can. Slowly release, interlace your fingers in front of you, round your back. Imagine someone's pulling your arms out of your shoulder sockets. Push down. And release. Left palm outside right knee, right palm behind. Inhale, spine tall, exhale, twist. Slowly release. Other side. Inhale, spine tall, exhale, twist. And release. Right palm next to you. Inhale, lateral bend. Reach across. And release. Inhale, the other side. Exhale, push down. And release. Slowly make your way up. And we start right here. So start with your feet parallel to one another. External edges of your feet parallel to the external edges of your mat. Pull up your kneecaps, push down equally into all four corners of your feet. Feel that engagement in your legs. Level out your pelvis, increase the length of your spine, relax your shoulders, and just stand with palms in front of your heart, chin parallel to the floor. You can choose to look straight ahead visually, or you can choose to close your eyes. Just get into your breath and this is a simple standing pose. Nothing major about this. So just handle this. It's the beginning of your intensity. But while you're doing this, don't just flop into this position. Tighten your quads and your hammies around your thigh bone. Keep pushing all four corners of your feet into the mat. Keep pulling up your kneecaps. Tailbone pointing down. Shoulders relaxed. Spine tall. Check where your weight is. Is it more in the heels? Push it a little more into the toes. If it's too much on the toes, push it back. When you're ready, blink your eyes open. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up and back. Reach up, reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Use the time available to just not just hang into your forward fold, but to keep reaching your heart forward. Keep bending forward. Try to keep your knees straight. You know, if your hamstrings are really tight, you can straighten out your knees. Keep your hips above your heels. Reach forward. Actively use your palms to pull yourselves in. Good time to check in with your thoughts. Where are your thoughts leading you? If you're doing this right, you can start focusing on what is stretching, what isn't. Inhale, come up halfway. flat back. Reach your heart forward, chin up. Keep reaching your fingertips down. Try and keep your hips above your heels, a little more weight into your toes. See if you can achieve that perfect flat back. See if you can slightly raise your chin without taking your shoulders up. Are you experiencing tingling in your toes? Where is the intensity manifesting? When you're ready, exhale, bend your knees, fingertips on either side of your feet. Get your right foot all the way back. Keep your hips low. Keep reaching your heart forward. Keep that back knee straight. Stay on your fingertips. Can you get a sense of calm, of peace? Because you're not moving too much, but you're in a fairly uncommon pose. Keep pushing your left hip back, right hip forward, both your hips low. Reach your back heel towards the wall behind. When you're ready, get your right palm next to left foot. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, take your left arm up. See if you can square out your shoulders. Keep reaching through your left fingertips. Keep your hips low. Left hip pushing back, right hip pushing forward. Find that sense of peace, of balance, even within the intensity. When you're ready, slowly release. Get your front foot all the way back. And now, if you can, hold plank on your palms. If you want to drop down to your elbows, drop down to your elbows. While holding plank, if you feel the need to drop down to your knees, take a little break, go ahead and do that. When you feel rested enough, join back in. Keep your shoulders over your wrists, hips in line with shoulders, navel moving in towards your spine, maybe heart extending forward. Keep gripping your thigh muscles to your thigh bone. Where are you feeling the intensity? Shoulders, back, abs, thighs. When you're ready, drop down to your knees, hips slightly back. Bend your elbows, get your heart between your palms, chin on the mat, shoulders away from the ears, knees, chest, chin. Find your breath. And slowly release down. Push all 10 toes into the mat. Inhale, come up to your best baby cobra. So you don't have to jam yourself there. You know you're going to hold this for a bit. So use your breath to keep moving deeper and shallower in your baby cobra. Inhale, come up a little more. Exhale, release it. So even though you are trying to be as static and mindful of your pose as possible, let your breath guide you. Let your breath ease some of that pain. Keep your shoulders moving away from your ears. Keep your neck a natural extension of your spine. Stay with your breath. When you're really ready, tuck your toes in, come up through your knees, hips up and back, down dog. Spread your fingers. Push your shoulders back towards your knees. Straighten your spine, tailbone moving up and back. External rotation of the arms, the shoulders. Knees are straight. I just realized I keep bending my knees just a little bit to remove the intensity from my hammies. So if you can, straighten out your knees. Release your heels down towards the mat. So excuse me, I have to keep dealing with the phone, but hold on to your down dog without holding on to your breath. Keep tucking your navel in towards the spine. Look forward between your palms. Get your right foot all the way forward between your palms. And let's hold this for a bit. Keep your hips moving lower. Use the time, use the intensity to improve your posture. Right hip pushing back, left hip pushing forward, both hips moving down, left heel moving towards the wall behind, heart moving forward. Get your left palm next to right foot. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, rotate your right arm up. Stack your shoulder, right shoulder above left. Reach up through your right fingertips. But keep your hips low. Stay with your breath. 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, get your back foot all the way forward. So release the pose, obviously. Full forward fold. This time, hook your big toes with your index and middle fingers and see if you can pull in. If you can't reach your toes, hold on to the backs of your calves or the backs of your ankles. Pull yourselves in as much as you can. This time, round your back. But keep pulling your navel in towards your spine. While you're in your forward fold, pull your kneecaps up. Keep releasing your heart down. Inhale, come up halfway. Lengthen your heart forward, hips over heels. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, if you need to bend your knees, circle sweep your arms all the way up and back. See if you can hold this for about half a minute. Reach through your fingertips. If you want to, bend your knees. If you can keep it straight, keep it straight. Hips moving forward, chin up or stuck to your chest, whatever works for you. And slowly release. Palms in front of your heart. Either close your eyes or look straight forward. See if you can feel that intensity leave your body. See if your body is subtly telling you things. Sometimes when you don't move, your body tells you, come on, please move. For God's sake, move. Sometimes when you move too much, your body says, please stop. For God's sake, stop. So there's always this thing about what do you want to do? What does your body ask you to do? When you're ready, blink your eyes open. If they're closed, inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Reach, get onto your tippy toes, but keep reaching higher. I don't have my stopwatch with me, so we'll just hold this till the intensity becomes a bit too much. So there is a place where you feel the intensity the most. Right now, it's probably your calf muscles. But because you're reaching your fingertips up, you're also getting the intensity a little bit in your shoulders and your arms. So it is with most of the emotions. I'll come back to that a little later. Slowly release your heels down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips on either side. Get your right foot all the way back. Drop down on your right knee. Get that right knee moving back even further. And then slowly climb up onto, sorry, that's your left knee that's back. You climb up onto your right knee. Keep pushing your hips down and forward. If you feel like it, add in the arms, but don't move your hips up and back. Keep your elbows moving in. Reach your fingertips up towards the sky and back. But keep pushing your tailbone down and forward. Stay with your breath. When you're ready, slowly release. Pick up your back knee, front foot all the way back, hips in line with shoulders. You really don't have a choice. Hold your plank again. It helps if you imagine you're pushing the floor away from you with your palms. It helps if you keep pushing the backs of your thighs up towards the sky. It helps by not making things easier, but by making things more intense. So sometimes when there is intensity, if you flip your switch and say, you know what, I'm going to get more of this. So it's like you are willing the intensity. It's a little bit of a different strategy. Stay with your breath. When you're ready, slowly release down to the floor. Knees, chest, chin. Shoulders away from the ears. Hang in there. Then release all the way down. See if you can come up to cobra. So push all 10 toes into the mat. Push the mat forward with your palms. Elbows remain bent. Hip points on the mat. Your best cobra. Where is the intensity? Is it in your forearms? Is it in your shoulders? Is it in your lower back? Your neck, a natural extension of your spine. Remember, anytime it gets too intense, ease out. It's not about the ego. It's about just practicing to hold your intensity with your breath. Also remember, intensity, you don't usually call for it. It happens. Slowly release all the way down. Tuck your toes in, hips up and back. Your best down dog. I'm not going to time this down dog. I'm just going to let you hang in there for a bit. And if you feel things have just got too intense and you want to move in your down dog, like take one leg up, Take the other leg up. Go ahead, break that intensity barrier. Move around, enjoy yourself a little bit. So your down dog becomes a little bit of a breather. If you want to do the unthinkable, round your back in your down dog. And then look forward, get your left foot all the way forward between your palms, a little bit to the left. Drop down on your right knee. Take that right knee as far back as possible. Push your hips down and forward. Climb up onto your left knee. So I'm purposely doing the easier poses first. I mean, the easier because they don't involve too much of standing. But you need that little practice before you get into the more demanding ones. If you want, go ahead, take your arms up and back. Hips down and forward. If you don't want to do it, you want to keep the intensity at level 2, go ahead, keep your arms down on your knee. But just remain present. Don't check out of the intensity. We do that very often. If it gets too intense, oh, let's do drugs, let's do drinks. Slowly release. Pick up your back knee, get your back foot all the way forward. Deep forward fold. This time, if you wish, get your palms under your feet. If it's too much, go back to just holding behind your calves. And once your palms are below your feet, straighten out your knees, let your back round. Hold the forward fold. Push your wrists down with your toes, pull your toes up with your wrists. Feel that play between toes and wrists. Remember we did this hand to foot a few days ago? That wasn't intense because you knew you're getting out of it quickly. So intensity is as much about time. You can tolerate unpleasant things for a short time. But the minute it starts getting beyond a certain time limit, you say, oh my God, this is too intense. Can't take it. Slowly release. Inhale, heart moves forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep your arms all the way up. Reach up and just hold here. So you don't need to take your heels up. Just keep reaching your fingertips up. Pull your navel in. Point your tailbone down. Grip your thigh bone with your leg muscles. Push down equally into all four corners of your feet. Try and keep your elbows straight. Try and keep your arms next to your ears. Push into that imaginary block between your palms. Soften your eyes. Just because it's intense doesn't mean your eyes start blazing. And then palms in front of your heart. See how you feel now about the intensity, now that you're a little more relaxed. Is the intensity unpleasant, or is it now becoming addictive? Let me see if I can hold it a little more. What's going on in your brains? Here goes. Blink your eyes open. Inhale, circle sweep your arms all the way up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips on either side. Get your right foot all the way back. Your left foot scooch to the center line of the mat. Drop your right heel down, heel to arch alignment. Feet perpendicular to one another. Warrior 2 set up, right pinky toe into the mat. Inhale, come up to Warrior 2. So this is going to look odd because I'm holding a Warrior 2 with a phone. First, push your right pinky toe into the mat. Second, keep your right knee straight. Third, unclench your toes. Fourth, keep pushing your left hip down towards your left ankle. Fifth, push that left knee out, external rotation of the left thigh at the hip. Sixth, spine tall. Seventh, shoulders relaxed. Eighth, turn your chin over your left shoulder. Look through your left index finger out at the horizon. Finally, breathe. When you're ready, windmill your arms around, front foot all the way back, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, float your right leg up. So right here, hold it up, keep your hips level. Keep taking your right heel up. If you want, point your right toes, but don't open your right hip above your left hip. Keep reaching it up. Keep taking your shoulders back. Spread your fingers. After a bit, I'm going to ask you to get your right knee to your right elbow, not right now. So that's going to be a plank with knee to elbow. If you find that too intense or you think you just don't have the ability to hold it, just hold a normal plank till you can. If you want, just drop down to your knees. So if you're doing the intensity thing, do it well. Otherwise, it's okay to go easy on yourself. When you're ready, get the right knee into the right elbow and hold. Keep pulling the knee in towards the elbow and up towards your armpit. Push your shoulders up towards the ceiling. Keep your hips level with your shoulders. Pull that knee in and up. When you're ready, release the foot back, drop down to your knees, and get into child's pose. Completely relax in your child's pose. There are some people who feel the intensity even in a child's pose. When you're ready, get back to down dog. And this time, get your right foot all the way forward between your palms on the center line. Drop down on your left heel, heel to arch alignment, left pinky toe into the mat. When you're ready, inhale, sweep your arms up into warrior two. This time, I'm not going to say anything. You all know the routine. Just get into your breath. Very often, my voice serves as a good distracting anchor. So you just listen to my voice and you forget to focus on the intensity. Windmill your arms around. Back foot all the way forward. Deep forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep your arms all the way up. Palms together in front of your heart. Transfer all your weight onto your left foot. Pick up your right heel in towards the groin, push the foot into the thigh, thigh into the foot. It's a balance. So if you want to continue as a balance and you don't want to take support, this is too much, get your foot on your calf. If this is too much, get your toes down and your heel on your calf. So I'm sure that you can manage. So wherever it is, grow your tree. And we're going to hold the tree for a full minute. So hold the stillness. Remember, right knee moves back. Right foot pushes into left thigh. You're growing tall out of your pelvis. Fingertips reaching up. Elbows straight. Arms next to ears. Visual energy focused on one point. Breath steady. Intensity you're aware of. Slowly release. Palms in front of your heart. Breathe. When you're ready, blink your eyes open. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Maybe reach back, maybe not. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips on either side. Get your left foot all the way back. Drop down on your left heel, heel to heel alignment. Left toes in at 45. Hips down, left hip moving forward, right hip moving back. Inhale, sweep up, warrior one. Unclench your toes. Become conscious of where your weight is. Is it more on the rear foot or more on the front foot? See if you can distribute your weight equally on both your feet. See if you can take your tailbone down and forward a little more, especially by pushing your left hip forward, right hip back. Keep growing tall through the sides of your torso. Reach up with your fingertips. Find your breath. Back knee straight. Slowly release your palms all the way down. Front foot goes all the way back. Hips up and back, down dog. Take your left foot all the way up. Keep reaching up. Shoulders keep moving back in your down dog. Again, just a reminder, if it gets too much, feel free to move out of the pose and then back in without feeling like you're less of a human being or less of a yogi or a weakling or anything. Those are just labels we give ourselves. Stay true to the practice. The practice is just to handle the intensity as much as we can without injuring ourselves, without getting the ego in the picture. Keep taking that heel even higher up. When you're ready, float your left knee to your left elbow, come to plank. And when you can, keep taking the knee up towards the armpit. Push your shoulders up towards the sky, hips in line with shoulders. Pull your navel in towards your spine. Stay with your breath. Anytime you feel the intensity is unbearable, drop your big toe down to the mat. But otherwise, keep taking the knee higher up into the armpit. Stay with your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Get your foot all the way back. Drop down to your knees and child's pose. When you're ready, come back to down dog. Look forward, get your left foot all the way forward between your palms. Drop your right heel down, heel to heel alignment, right toes in at 45 degrees. Keep pushing your hips down and forward. Right hip moving forward, left hip moving back. Inhale, sweep up, warrior one. Hips moving down and forward. Unclench your toes. Arms next to ears. Elbows straight. Spine tall. Shoulders relaxed. Fingertips reaching up. Hips moving forward. Focus on the breath to deal with the intensity. See if you start unconsciously clenching your toes or tightening your jaw. Slowly release. Windmill your palms all the way down. Back foot all the way forward. Deep forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. And release in front of your heart. Transfer all your weight onto your right foot. Left heel comes to the groin, foot into the thigh. Knee moves out. When you're ready, move into your tree pose. Through that intensity, and you probably feel the intensity on your standing foot, on your bending glute, wherever you feel that intensity, maybe in your arms because they're stretched overhead. That's always difficult. Through that intensity, find your stillness. In that stillness, find your breath. In that breath, find your reassurance that this too shall pass. And because this too shall pass, make the most of the intensity. It's there for a reason. Your yogic intensity is basically lighting the fire, making you stronger, making you flexible, improving your balance. Slowly release. Foot down, palms in front of your heart. Close your eyes. When you're ready, blink your eyes open. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips on either side. Get your right foot all the way back. Drop your right heel down, heel to heel alignment. Inhale, come up to warrior two. Then straighten out your left knee. Move to triangle. So reach through your your left arm. Keep reaching and then circle your left palm down. Take your right palm up. If any one of you want to increase the intensity, go and do the namaste overhead. Otherwise, stay in classic triangle. Try and keep your body in one plane. Keep pushing your right shoulder back, left shoulder forward. Stay with your breath. Feel the stretch on the right side of your torso. But keep trying to elongate the left side of your torso as well. Whenever the triangle gets too much, feel free to bend your knee, get out. So when the warrior two gets too much, you straighten your knee. When the triangle gets too much, you bend your knee. You remember what I said? The body always wants the opposite of what you want it to do. Stay with your breath. And slowly bend your knee, come back, warrior two. Windmill your arms around. Front foot all the way back. Hold plank. Again, it's a plank for a minute. You want to drop down to your elbows, go ahead, do that. You want to stay on planks, do that. You want to drop down to your knees. Totally up to you. You decide the intensity with which you want to operate. And that's another key learning. Sometimes we feel we don't have a choice, but you do. You decide how much of the intensity you want to take. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, yogi's choice, all the way down. Come up to cobra. Tuck your toes in, hips up and back. Down dog. Rest a bit in your down dog. Look forward, get your right foot all the way forward, drop your left heel down, come up, warrior two, straighten out your right knee. When you're ready, arms out, reach with your right arm, keep reaching and then move to triangle on the other side. You want to keep your arm, right arm down, left arm up. If you want to make it intense, namaste overhead. Stay with your breath. Keep your body in one plane. Feel the stretch on the left side of your torso, but keep lengthening the right side of your torso. slowly release. Bend your front knee. Windmill your arms around. Back foot all the way forward. Deep forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up and back. Palms together in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Okay, so the intensity has got a little too much for me. I'm sweating like I'm totally wet. But there's some part of me that's really enjoying it. There's some part of me that's dreading, what is he going to think of now? And oh my God, am I going to be able to hold this any further? And yeah, all those things keep going on, but then I remind myself, you know what, it's going to pass. You know what, this is just a practice. You know what, if I fail, I fail. It's not an ego thing. Nothing in life need be an ego thing. Blink your eyes open, inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips on either side. Get your left foot all the way back. Stay on the balls of your left foot, yogis. It might get intense, but that's the practice today. We're going to move into a high lunge and then we're going to move into a warrior three. You know how to do that. We're going to hold warrior three for 1 minute. So when you're ready, inhale, come up, high lunge. Exhale, push to warrior three. And hold. See if you can keep your standing knee straight. If not, bend it a bit. Keep your hips over your heel, standing heel. Reach back with your left toes. Left toes either pointing back or pointing down, but never at the side. Left hip facing down towards the floor. Torso going long, arms reaching forward. Your gaze is soft, focusing on something directly in front of your eyes. Don't hold your breath, use your breath to calm yourself down. And slowly release. Back foot all the way down, front foot all the way back, hips up and back, down dog, and then drop down to your knees, child's pose. Move back to down dog and listen. I'm going to ask you to move to plank and then start the timer for 1 minute. You can decide whether you want to do the plank or skip it and get into child's pose. You can decide to just stay in plank for 1 minute. You can decide to get into chaturanga and hold that for as long as you can. From the chaturanga, you can decide to go down to the floor and say, I'm done. Or you can push back to plank, hold it a bit. So it's all up to you. Ultimately, I'll meet you all down on the floor, lying down on your stomach after 1 minute. So inhale, come to plank. And your time starts now. So either chaturanga or plank or down to the floor or knees down, whatever works. Manage your intensity. and all the way down. Palm on top of palm, relax. Get a sense of the difference between when you're holding the intensity and having that internal struggle. Should I hold on? Should I let go? Should I focus on my breath? Or should I just curse this yogi? And now, when everything is okay and you're just lying down, enjoying your semi-shavasana, would you be enjoying this without the intensity before it? Would you be making full use of your relaxation if you didn't know that you're going to hold a warrior 3 on the other side again? When you're ready, palms under your shoulders, tuck your toes in, hips up and back, down dog. Look forward, get your left foot all the way forward, still the balls of your right foot. Inhale, come up, high lunge. Exhale to warrior 3. Your time starts now. Keep that right leg up. Heel in line with your hip. Both heels in line with the hips. Strangely enough. Back parallel to the floor. Arms reaching forward. Elbows straight. Don't scrunch up your toes. Reach through your fingertips. Stay with your breath. Come on, you got this. You know you gotta breathe. You know you can give up anytime you want, but do you want to? Don't make it an ego thing. Right toes pointing back, not to the side. And release. Get your foot down next to your standing foot. Straighten your knees, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up, back, palms together, front of your heart. Just stay here still for a bit. When you're ready, release. I should have warned you guys to get a towel. I don't know about you, but I'm sweating. Okay, we're going to do a couple of interesting poses. I know I'm running a little short of time, but humor me because that's what you do to old men. So we're going to do this crazy pose, which I call, I don't know, I just like to call it the fire pose. So what you do is, you keep your heels together and your feet out at 90 degrees, sit down and get your heels up. So you're sitting on your heels and you're balancing on the balls of your feet. Your knees are out at 90 degrees. Now what I'm going to ask you to do is as follows. Don't do it now, just watch. Lift your heels up, lean forward like you're going to dive, but keep your knees bent. Then circle your arms down, up, and open your palms up towards the ceiling. Keep taking your heart forward like you're going to dive. So when you're ready, get into the pose, and your time starts now. You should feel the intensity in your quads. You should feel the intensity in your hammies, in your calves. Your heels are way above the floor, way up. You're reaching your heart forward. You're turning your palms. So there's a little bit of stretch intensity in your arms as well. It's like internal rotation of the arms and the shoulders. Reach your palms up. Open your palms out to the side. Keep your hips low. By that, I mean keep your knees bent, but don't get your hips all the way down. It's like you're going to jump off. You're going to dive. Keep your chin up. See if you can stop scrunching up your toes. Go into your breath. 4. No, why am I counting? I've got the timer for me. But fortunately, I'm at 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. And sit down for a bit. So those who've practiced with me long enough know that if we've done so much of planks and we've done this pose, there's only one pose that is left to do. And that's your crow pose. Now I get it, the crow pose may not be accessible to everyone. So you've got a few options. One is you just play with it. So you just keep getting into the crow pose and hold and fall. Or you can use furniture. You can rest your toes on your furniture and hold. Or just don't do it. Simple. So choose an option that works for you. As always, I'm setting the timer for 1 minute. But please don't injure yourselves. If you think it's too much, just give up. Enjoy. You can, feel free to get in and out of the pose as much as you want. So I'm not instructing the pose, assuming you guys know it. When you're ready, release and just lie down. Shavasana. Completely relax. Let it go. Too breathless to even instruct you, but release all your joints. Keep your elbows away from your body. Palms facing up. Shoulders relaxed. Jaws relaxed. Eyeballs relaxed. Try and go back to your breath. When you're ready, take a nice long deep breath in, hold it in for a bit. When you're ready to exhale, draw your knees in towards your chest, give yourself a nice little squeeze, gently rock side to side. And when you feel ready, roll over to your right, turn your face down, blink your eyes open, come up to seated. Inhale, circle your arms up, interlace your fingers, reach and stretch. I think the lessons of today's practice are obvious. When there's intensity, find what you can tolerate. If you can't, learn to get out of it. If you can't, use your breath. Understand that intensity will pass, but your strength that you develop in dealing with that intensity will remain forever with you. So better you develop the strength to deal with intensity rather than succumb to intensity and feel miserable. Namaste, yogis. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and as always, grateful that you practice with me through all the madness.